The Cursed Part 4, Hotel of the Damned. The luxurious Bellevue Hotel hosted an exclusive conference drawing in the wealthiest and most powerful business people from around the world. These individuals were notorious for their ruthless tactics, exploiting the vulnerability and amassing their wealth through deceit and manipulation. The hotel buzzed with excitement as the attendees plotted their latest schemes, completely unaware of the nightmare that was about to unfold. As the conference progressed, a dark energy permeated the hotel, infiltrating every corner and seeping into the very foundation of the building. The cursed had been summoned, drawn to the corruption and greed that tainted the souls of the attendees. His bloodlust was awakened, and he prepared to unleash his wrath upon the unsuspecting crowd. The first victim was a man named Gerald, the CEO of a pharmaceutical company known for price gouging life-saving medications. He retired to his luxurious suite, only to find the curse waiting for him in the shadows. "You have been judged, and you are cursed." With a cruel grin, the curse drove his razor-sharp teeth into Gerald's chest, tearing his heart from his body and leaving him to die in a pool of his own blood. As the conference attendees began to disappear one by one, a sense of dread enveloped the hotel. The horrifying truth became clear. The curse was among them, and no one was safe. The curse relished the hunt, methodically picking off each of the unethical business people in a series of gruesome and inventive ways. Sylvia, the owner of a fraudulent charity, met her end in the hotel's extravagant ballroom. "You have been judged, and you are cursed." Sylvia's body was found dangling from the chandelier, her limbs twisted and contorted in an unnatural display of suffering, with her guts dangling from her lifeless body, blood slowly dripping onto the marble floor below. Another victim, Darren, had built his fortune through insider trading and exploitation of his employees. He was discovered in the hotel's lavish dining room. "You have been judged, and you are cursed." His body was eviscerated, and his entrails served on a silver platter as a grotesque centerpiece next to the leg of lamb and Caesar salad. As the death toll mounted, the remaining attendees descended into a state of panic and paranoia. The hotel's once opulent halls became a battleground as the business people turned on each other in a desperate attempt to save themselves from the creature's wrath. The few survivors sought refuge in the hotel's penthouse suite, hoping that their combined resources could protect them from the relentless onslaught of the cursed. They barricaded themselves inside, vowing to hold out until the nightmare was over. But their efforts were in vain, for the curse was relentless in his pursuit of vengeance. He infiltrated the penthouse suite with ease. His twisted form emerged from the darkness to claim his victims. "You have all been judged, and you are all cursed." The curse reveled in the bloodbath that ensued, his sadistic laughter echoing through the penthouse as he dispatched the last of the unethical business people. One by one, they met their ghastly fates at the hands of the monstrous entity, their screams of terror a testament to their wicked deeds. As the last victim drew their final breath, the curse surveyed the carnage with a perverse sense of satisfaction. He had purged the hotel of its corruption, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. The world, for a brief moment, was a little better off due to the gruesome deeds of the curse. His insatiable appetite for blood and terror had been momentarily satiated, but he knew it would not last. This became a grim monument to the horrors that had taken place within the walls of the Bellevue Hotel. The once thriving establishment was abandoned, its opulent halls now silent and empty. Those who dared to venture inside reported strange occurrences and an unsettling sense of unease, as if the very air was tainted by the darkness of the cursed. As the word of the massacre spread, the legend of the curse continued to grow. He had become a symbol of terror and retribution, striking fear into the hearts of those who dared to exploit others for their own gain. The tragic events at the Bellevue Hotel served as a chilling reminder of the consequences of greed and corruption, and the relentless wrath of the cursed. The cursed retreated to the shadows, biding his time until his next reign of terror would begin. He knew that there would always be more victims to claim, more souls tainted by evil deeds that would draw him forth once more. His presence lingered like a malignant force, a malevolent specter haunting the world, always watching, always waiting for the next opportunity to unleash his bloodlust upon the unsuspecting. As the years passed, the legend of the curse became a whispered warning among those who knew of his presence. They understood that he was always waiting, ready to strike when the time was right. And when the darkness of human greed and corruption once again reached a boiling point, the cursed would emerge, driven by an insatiable thirst for vengeance and a desire to cleanse the world of its sins. The cycle would continue, a bloody and gruesome testament to the power of the cursed and the horrifying consequences of humanity's darkest desires. You have been judged, and you are cursed.